In this video, we're going to talk about composite functions. Composite functions is where you can do many things with functions. You can put one inside of the other, you can add them, you can subtract them, you can do just basically following directions. We're going to go through a couple examples here. And to make it a little bit easier, I'm going to start off by just telling you that g of x is going to be the linear function, 3x plus 2. And f of x in this case is going to be the quadratic function, x squared plus 3x minus 1. Let's just do a couple problems. Okay, let's take this first problem, which simply says to take f of x and g of x and to add them up. So in this case, you're simply going to do what it says. G of x, 3x plus 2. You're going to add that to f of x, which is x squared plus 3x minus 1. In this case, very simple. It's a plus sign right here. Very simple. All we're going to do is we're combining like terms. Do I have any like terms up here with x squared? No, so I'm just going to have an x squared. Any like terms with a 3x? Yes, 3x plus 3x gives me 6x. Any like terms with my 2? Yes, my negative 1. So 2 plus a negative 1 is a positive 1. So we would say g of x plus f of x is equivalent to x squared plus 6x plus 1. Fairly simple. Alright. What if I asked you to take these two functions and subtract them? I always show this example because it's the one example that most students get very confused upon because they forget their parentheses. Okay, again, g of x is 3x plus 2. We're subtracting f of x, which is x squared plus 3x minus 1. Why is this so very important? Well, it's important because of this minus sign right here. If you're not careful, you're going to miss it. You're going to skip over it. You're not going to apply it. So if we go through this, I always like to take care of this minus sign by rewriting the problem. Okay, I got 3x plus 2. I'm going to subtract from that all of this. Which means I'm going to distribute this negative 1. So if I distribute this negative 1, I'm going to get a negative x squared minus 3x plus 1. And then I'm going to combine like terms. I have negative x squared. This time my positive 3x and my negative 3x, they cancel. They go to 0. And then my 2 and my 1 become 3. So g of x minus f of x is actually negative x squared plus 3. Okay? Now let's get into real composite functions. So if I ask you to find g of f of x, well, just look at what that says. G of f of x. What happened? Well, what happened was I put f of x inside. Inside of what? Well, I put f of x inside of g. So that means I'm going to do exactly what I just said. Replace all the x's in g with f of x. So if I write down my g function, instead of my x, I'm going to put parentheses. So remember, g is 3x plus 2. So here's my g function, 3 and then something plus 2. I'm replacing that something, all of that something, with f. So what is your f function? X squared plus 3x minus 1. And then what do? Well, I simplify. How you simplify? You distribute. You're going to get 3x squared plus 9x minus 3. Bring down your plus 2. Combine any like terms you've got there. So 3x squared plus 9x minus 1. And that is that is g of f of x. We can also do this the other way. We can also look at f of g of x. So again, what happened? What happened was I put g inside. I put g inside of what? G goes inside of the f function. So again, up here, way up here is the f function. I'm going to write this down. Anywhere I see x, I'm going to put parentheses. So I got x squared, so parentheses squared, plus 3x, so 3 parentheses, minus 1. I've put in place of all of my x's my g function. Well, my g function is 3x plus 2. So it looks like that. Then we have to simplify. Now in this situation, if you're not careful, you're going to make a very big mistake here if you forget what squaring something does. 3x plus 2 squared. Remember, squaring means to multiply by itself. So this is really 3x plus 2 times 3x plus 2. So to really simplify this out, I have to FOIL. 3x times 3x is 9x squared. 3x times 2 is 6x. 2 times 3x is 6x. 2 times 2 is 4. Over here, I'm going to get 9x plus 6 minus 1. I can combine all of these, all my like terms. 9x squared, there's no like terms here. 6x, 6x, and 9x. Well, 6x and 6x is 12x plus 9x is going to be 21x. 4 and negative 1 is going to be 3. So f of g of x is really 9x squared plus 21x plus 3. That's composite functions kind of summed up for you.